Welcome back to TIMBERBORN and the start of our Update 1 Experimental Branch series, and I have something slightly different to attempt. We're going to go folktales. I have been playing in the map editor, so I wanted to try something different to things that other people have been playing. Unfortunately, I've played through the pressure map once, and it's one of those maps that once you've played it once, it's kind of spoiled, I feel. And lots of people are playing on Oasis. Now, not everyone watches everyone else, but I wanted to do something different. So I've been busy tweaking the Craters map. So that's what we're going to play. I'm going to play it on normal mode, because I don't know how hard the changes that I've made are going to make. They might be quite easy. They might not be. Let's go hard mode. If we die, we die. So I'll click start, we'll load in, and I'll see you on the other side. And that loaded surprisingly quickly. I'm going to pause straight away so I can show you the changes that I've made. Because I wanted to have a play with a bunch of the new features. This map had a couple of water seeps added to it. Keep the game paused for a second. Over here. So the devs had added in some of the water seeps. And they had added in a couple of relics. So there was this one, and not that one. That's one that I've added in, and you're seeing some of the other things that I've added. I think that was it, actually. It was maybe just that relic. So, and then I wanted to play with a bunch of the other features that hadn't been added in. So I'm going to start in the order that I've done it, because you'll notice, if you're familiar with this map, normally the crater is full of bad water. And to kind of make this more interesting, I've changed it around a little bit. So we've now got an aquifer with an ancient aquifer drill in it. And I've put in some of the unstable cores, which will eventually release the bad water into the center. So currently the bad water from here flows off the map. There's a couple of other places where we have the unstable cores spotted around. Up by the mine, we've got a couple of these reserve warehouses, if we can get to them. We've got a relic up here when we can get to it. As I said, we've got the ancient aquifer drill, and there's a relic here, but it's stuck in a little bit of bad water. This should dry out fairly quickly, though. All of the exits to this central crater are blocked, which is something we're gonna have to deal with. And up here, this bad water area is currently kind of spilling into these two side craters and going off the map. So that's pretty cool. So at the moment, we've got fairly free reign access to this crater. But that will change at some point. Obviously, I've set these up. I'm not going to spoil when they're going to go off. Probably within a few videos, I will have forgotten the exact timing of when they will go off, because that's life with a neurodivergent brain. I've added in some of the geothermal fields so we can make use of that. So we've got a couple that are relatively easy to get to. One up here, which is a bit more work, but will be quite good for kind of long-term power generation. One over by this mine over here probably would be quite useful. Yeah, I think that's everything that we'll cover for now. So at the moment, I've spent an hour or two putting this together, just testing little bits and pieces to make sure it does what I think it should do. Not really played it in anger, so if this vaguely works, I might throw it up on the Steam Workshop, because it's, you know, it's just an edit of one of the developers' maps, so I don't think that's a problem to do. And if people are curious and if they want to have a crack at it, so yeah, we should probably make a start, shouldn't we? I'm assuming most of you have seen the stuff that's in version 1.0. If you haven't, actually, just in case. So a lot of stuff is quite similar. I'll just pick up on the stuff that's different, shall we, as we go through. So we have the spiral staircase that we can unlock, that's built in as standard. Now there's a modded version of this in previous versions of the game, but that's really cool. Nothing in there, nothing in storage, nothing in there. Underwater we have the aquifer drill. So if there were aquifers, if there are aquifers on the map and they don't have the pre-placed ancient aquifer drill, then you have to stick one of these guys on top to get water out of them. Nothing food or wood wise or metal wise, power wise. So we have the geothermal engine that goes on top of these, gives us 400 HP continuously. That's going to be really useful. Well-being wise, I think there is decoration wise. We have the signs, which we can upload custom imagery to. And I think that's it. There's a bunch of changes under the hood as well. Things like the waterfall limit is gone. That's going to be really good. And performance is supposed to be better, which I'm really looking forward to. So goals for the series, because you guys like, you guys and I like a goal. Explore the update. See if the changes that I've made to this map make it more interesting. And that's as far as I've thought, really, because I just wanted to have a play with update 1.0. Having played the pressure map, I played that with the Iron Teeth. Really good fun. I recommend you play that map. It's really good. I played it on normal mode and had at least one moment where I had an, oh, darn it, I need to drastically rescue my colony. It was good fun. Anyway, let's get stuck in. Bunch of standard stuff to do first, obviously. I did throw in a little bit. Okay, I just had someone try and deliver a parcel to my house by trying to open my front door. You don't need to do that. Right. Where was I? We have some standard stuff to do. Let's put some water pumps in. Yes, that just scared the bejesus out of me. And then they were trying to put their hands through the letterbox rather than trying to actually put the parcel through the letterbox. Right. Let's cut down those. And let's get a gatherer flag. So there was a problem that I had with one of the changes that has been made, where some beavers were spawning in as stranded, which was kind of interesting, not in a good way. The other thing we need to do actually as well is make sure we get food in and growing, and I'm going to put the farmhouse there, so that it kind of comes in the middle of the food. And let's max out the builders for now. And I guess we might as well throw in some more food gatherers and just get them doing that. I do like, so one of the changes they've made is the graphics for the water. That looks very cool. And the other thing, so one of JC pointed out is they've added motion to a bunch of things, which makes the game look very nice. So, yeah. We'll actually just zoom in and focus for a bit as we get the basics started. Yeah, goal wise, what do we want to do on here? What did I can't remember what I did on here in the past, so that's a thing. Probably with the performance improvements, actually, I think a good test would be to see if we can get to a 500 beaver colony, see how performance is. If it's still good, see if we can get to 1,000 beaver colony. Or a combination of 1,000 beavers and bots. And see how we're doing. So, yeah. Because that would be a nice stress test of the performance. This is quite a nice map for doing that, I think. And, yeah. That would be a good one to go for, I think. So that's done. So we'll wind down the number of builders we've got. And we're actually, because we're log limited, it would probably make sense to have one less builder and one more lumberjack. And maybe we pause you and throw yet another lumberjack in. Get those going because they don't need any building materials. Yes, I do keep bringing up the escape menu. I press escape too many times sometimes. It's a thing that I do. You will get used to it. Throw in quite a big plot of carrots. And a smaller plot of sunflowers. And maybe another plot of carrots there. And actually, we'll tell them to not plant those because we will need to put in. Let's run the path along there, and we will keep. That's probably okay. Yep. We want to maximum prioritize that. So let's pause those. We want to make sure those are a priority as well. And we'll go down to a single builder. We'll come back this way. We'll put in some science because we're going to need that. We'll put in some water storage. We'll set that up for water. We'll grab the duplicate, a new feature, which is very cool. We'll get that going. That's not full yet, so... And then quite quickly, I'm going to want to get housing built because I like doing that. We're going to want to get power going as well. I wonder if we try and get power going down here with a water wheel. It might be a good idea. We clear some of these trees, get some of these oaks cut. Or good loggage. You are sat doing now, so let's put you into that one. Gonna get some storage going for the carrots as a low priority build, because we will want that eventually. We're going to eventually want a path that comes through here, which does mean removing some of these blueberries, but you know, it is what it is. So let's pause you, put in another gatherer flag. Put in a lumberjack flag down here. Mark those for cutting so that we can get through there. Water-wise, we're not doing brilliantly, but you know, it is what it is. Food's all in, so we could pause those, or we could actually do. I'm going to go down to 1, and I'm just going to plant even more. Because we can. And I think we'll need it. Then I think we go for some basic housing. And if we do something like that, that will let us start to grow the population a little bit. And once those carrots are planted, I'm going to tell them not to plant them again. So we'll get a harvest cycle out, and then we'll be able to expand stuff. Let's get those going, and we'll get another builder going. We'll prioritize those. We do have dams available, so do we think about getting a dam in? The obvious place to put it would be there, and we could get to it by running path there, and we took out those. Too short, so let's pause those. I think it probably makes sense to try and get a dam built soon. As we cut down the trees through here, we'll put path in so nothing expands onto them. Probably would make sense to mark those few oak trees for cutting, as well as the first drought is coming. We should at least get the crop of carrots, so let's try and get the warehouse built, because I don't think we're going to get the dam built in time. So Let's build the warehouse, then we'll try and build the dam. But I don't think we'll get it built. Alright. One more log. There we go. And then we'll maximum priority that. But I don't think we're going to get it done. Let's put another builder in. We've got 100 water saved. Is it going to be a relatively short drought? That is a good question. Hard mode might not be. Maybe we want to finish that as well. That went in first, so in theory they should finish building that. It's only 3 logs, so yeah. It gives more water storage, which is good. And then we could put water tanks along there, technically. Pause you for a day. Throw more builders in there because we're soon going to have to pull some folks off of things to get farming going. So, yeah. Speed up a little bit through the night. I doubt we'll get this built, to be completely honest with you. I doubt we'll get these sunflowers done in time, but you never know. So, one of them done. We've got a decent log supply, so maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be okay. We're racking up the science. We've got enough science for the forester now. So, what I'd like to do eventually is come across here with something like that. And then open these up, let water through here. And maybe then we'll have this as our first bad water divert. To try and protect the crops a little bit. Now are 87%. So yeah, let's pause you, unpause you, because we've still got blueberries to pick. So we'll throw a couple of you guys on that because next day we will have crops to harvest, and actually we could stop log cutting to do that by the looks of it. Water is full, which is good. Might get this done, you know. We're going to go 24-hour working on the last day, try and get this sorted. See if we can get this built. And then we will be good and we can progress. So yeah, I'm going to throw a 24-hour work day at them. We're going to try and keep 4 builders on building. We'll go down to 1 of those. And that should work. Yeah. Let's mark more trees to be cut over here. We've got 1 more to be built. We need 20 logs. We've got 38, so that shouldn't be a big issue, he says confidently. So I'm going to Let's pause that one and keep the water pumping going. Yeah. And we'll see if we can keep the food supply going. And then we'll get these berry bushes cleared out and try and get our path over to here. We want to get the housing built as well. So that should be the last of the planks that we need coming with this guy. And then we just need someone to build it. And we'll be good. Yeah. Haha. Victory. Right. So back to a 16-hour work day. I'm going to prioritize the stripping out of the berry bushes. Because with removing stuff, they don't always remember that we actually want them to do it. That tree's got 62%, so we'll wait for that to grow in. Houses are going in, which is great. These are nearly grown, which is also great, because once they are, we will do more water pumping and put more water storage along there. I'm going to pause those. It's a 5-day drought, so we have 120 water. 12 beavers will use about 25 a day. So 25 times 5 is 125. So we don't quite have enough water to last us. So yeah, long first drought. I guess that's hard mode. So we do need more storage. But that's fine. We will work around that. Let's get some more trees being chopped down. We want to make sure we've got one over here chopping trees down. So we can get rid of those now. We'll pause one of you, because we want to be trying to get over here, so that we can open this up in the long run, and we can kind of get to it, I guess, with a bit of jankiness, like that, until it's all ripped out. But we do want to get the houses built first, so that's fine. Pause you. Pause you. We probably don't need to worry about berries quite so much now, so let's plant those missing carrots. And we want to start thinking about planks. We have 3 well-being. Yay us. Getting to that science would be nice, because that's 800 science, which is a big old boost. Means we need stairs or ladders, which means we need planks. Planks are the key, aren't they? So if I were, I guess we could just go with a power wheel. So my thought is we put a water wheel here once we've opened this up. The easier option, and we're not, it says we're not overly short of logs. We are not particularly flush with logs. We've got these dead oaks over here. These are not trees that I added, by the way. There was just this little cluster of oaks here that I added. I think maybe this one over here. I wonder if, can I? No, can't get to those. Just thinking, what's the best way to do this? And with droughts and stuff, maybe the best way is to beaver power it until a couple of spare beavers at the moment, actually. Let's put in, so if I put that, say, there, then once we get the geothermal power plant, it can be connected to that. So it would be like that. And then for now, we can do that. Yes, it's not optimal, but, you know, good enough is what we need here. Let's get that built. Water level is fine. Housing's in. And then we need to decide where we're going to plant the trees. Now, I guess if we're going to send bad water this way initially, at least until we can get up here, then I think let's get some easy well-being going as well. Oh, tooth grindstone. We should put this in a really bad place. If you're new here, you might not get that. I think that's suitably appalling. The noise of the teeth grindstones will annoy those that are trying to chill in their houses. Did I mark all of those? I did. Awesome. We'll get those in, start producing logs, and then we're going to come over here. We're going to put a forester here for now. Get that going. We're going to try and get potatoes going soonish. Alright, I'm going to unlock the forester. Oh, I don't forget. I guess we could place it, couldn't we? Place it in the more centrally. That's more good. Because they work in a circle around it. Yeah, I'd really like that tree. It's almost grown, so that's fine. That's almost built, so we're going to start making planks, which is cool. We are a little short on workforce, so go down to 3 builders. And that will be okay. Food's doing okay. It'd be nice if they would harvest a little bit quicker, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm going to, got 2.5 days left. We'll hang on with the pumping, just in case I got my calculations wrong, which is entirely possible. And we want to be thinking about there. Really want to try and get that relic. While we can, while it's not covered in bad water. Because 800 science is quite a lot. So if we can do that while we can, we will. That's got to be the priority though, which is 7 planks. So and we will then move this guy over here. Pause you, and we will mark these to be cut. And let's prioritize that. That's not quite built yet, but that's okay. That tree is almost grown. They've almost cut down all of these trees, which is bad, but it's okay because we're about to plant a load more. We clearly have too many carrots planted, so what we're going to do is tell them not to plant those again as well. So this guy should now be cutting down oak trees. And because this is going to become our seat of industry, we're going to put a log storage over here. You can be paused for now because we can't connect you. We do have a full complement of beavers in there. And we have 1.3 days left and 30 water. So I think now is the time to turn on the pumps. We have no kits yet. I have spare beds. We have sensible working hours, so I'm a little confused there. Ah, we have our first kit. Awesome. We can now connect up the forester. And let's just slow things down a little bit. Unpause this guy and plant trees. So we're going to do a mixture. Because oaks take forever to grow. And I don't want to be stuck waiting for them to grow in forever. So we're going to plant like this. And then as trees grow in, we will replace them. There we go. So we are 2 beavers short. So let's pause one of you. And let's deprioritize the science for now. And I guess we'll take a builder away. And that should resolve things until we start pumping water again. And then we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 planks for the stairs. So it would probably not be a bad idea to put in a small storage for planks. quite do that yet, but we're close. They've not quite finished that dam. That's okay. Yeah. Is there any more cheeky, easy well-being we can do? Not yet. Unless... How cheap's a roof? 60 science. No, not yet. Right, that's in. We will leave opening that until we've got the words. Pause you. We'll leave opening that until the drought's over. That's the words I was looking for. But ultimately, this is going to be our first bad water divert. We'll probably lose some crops doing it this way, but we should at least keep some alive, and some is better than none. And I think now we want to prioritize these stairs to try and get to this relic. What did I say? We needed 20. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 20 planks. So we need another 8 planks, and then we can pause this guy. And then we need 160 science and 30 planks for the geothermal engine. And assuming we get to this, we can demolish it and then recover this stuff. We have our first issue. In 11 days, this is going to blow. And this is going to dump a whole load of bad water down into here. So we have got 11 days to try and get this relic. So we need to move our butts, essentially. Now, I should maybe have put this staircase here so that it was closer to where the planks were stored. That would have been more sensible, possibly. But we adapt, we adjust, we demolish that, because that should be fairly quick. That's 2 of them in, 3 more to go. And we've got 11 planks. So they can get to that, can't they? Yeah. It's because the other stuff is super high priority. So we probably need to make that super high priority for it to work. We need to plant some more trees, or schedule the planting of some more trees. So your birch, your oak, your birch trees, and I think that's it. No, your birch. There we go. So, and yep, they are working on. Well, one of those is nearly in, which is good. Let's get you cutting stuff down again. We'll have to take you out of there. But this is going to be a huge boost for us, and if we can get it done in time. So got 10 planks made. We need another 8 So we can pause these and throw both of those at building. That seems sensible to me. How are we doing? Water supplies are going back up. You're going to open that up while you're there. We'll demolish that. We need to be thinking about floodgates, which is 150 science. So it's probably benefit in throwing in another one of those. So we've got 2 more to build. And 1 more to build and 10 days to go on the unstable core. We should be good. And this is going to be a massive boost to our technology. And as I said, I've not really play tested this. If you feel this is unfair, too easy, whatever, it is what it is. So you can see the bad water is going that way. That is going to change. This bad water is all going to come in here. And yeah. We will need to then make some adjustments in preparation for that. But my priority is, can we get to this? Well, we should be able to get to this relic, which is really going to help us out. That is almost done, in fact. So I think the thing we want to do then is build those storages so that we can make use of the materials we're going to recover. Would really like to get that carrot out of the way. But we can put in another water pump. And these trees. So, but for now, this is the priority. And then we will mark this for demolishing. And I think someone else is going to have to come and do that, but it's going to be a super high priority. So we've got 9 days, so we've lost a couple of beavers due to old age, so we're a couple of beavers short now, so let's drop that down. But here comes Buddy Boy, and I think we get the science once they're done, so actually it's going to take him a little while. So there was me being all super confident, but actually it's going to take them a little while to demolish that. They've got a couple of other building projects to do while they wait, which is fine. But yeah, this is obviously going to be a massive boost to our technology level. And it's also going to be our potential thumbnail. I'm not sure. But there we go. Boom, 870 science. And now what I want to do is recover these logs and planks because we really, really do need them. And we really, really need the beavers to be filling up the beds. So hopefully if we boost their well-being a bit, that'll help. Actually, now we've got a bunch of science, we could do things like showers. Yeah, because that's just logs and planks, isn't it? So that's kind of a game changer. Decoration. Do we go for the fancy roofs? I think we do, but we're just going to do that for now. That's a lot of logs and planks. Shrub. And it's just logs. If we tuck it there. If we tuck it there. Yes, because I'm then going to put another campfire there. And then also lets us unlock the floodgate, which we can put there as an open and currently a low priority build. And yes, we go there, open, say low priority build, and we can also unlock the levee, because I'm hoping that 2 floodgates is enough to get that all through there. We've got 230 water stored now, which is brilliant. So they've picked that up. I know we're going to need to get back out here at some point, but in 8 days, this is going to be a toxic mess. And so we don't want to be out here in 8 days' time. So my view is we retreat for now. And we really need to focus on getting well-being up. Or we can get down here. I didn't realise there was a path there. Or a stairway there. So, and maybe we go even less working hours. The carrots are full. Okay. So it looks like we need more carrot storage. Let's go there. We can move a bunch of this stuff around as we need to. But I guess for now, we might as well pause that, get some berries picked. That's been picked up, so we'll retreat that. We're 2 days away from the next drought, and it is a drought, so that's fine. Nice if they clear that out. Not that we actually seem to need it at the moment. We seem to be filling up our water supply just fine. Haha. Sort our super janky path out now. So that can go. That can go. The other thing we actually want to sort out is our geothermal power station with our bonus science. We get that in. We've got so much building queued up to get done. I guess we need to get rid of one of those. Get that through there so they can build that. We just need so many more beavers. We've got 7 days on the unstable core. We've got 1.7 on the drought. We've got a good supply of planks and logs, and that's going to be going towards building many things. As we've got 4 kits now. That's good. That is good. Log supply is holding up okay as we cut down these last few dead oaks. Right, you're full. You're full again. You're full again. Probably fire up the farmers again. And maybe just have like one farmer working. Extra builders and maybe one of those. Right, let's delete all of this path so that they don't go randomly wandering. I could, as long as I remember, spend some of the 6 days cutting down some of these trees while we can get to them. So let's pause you and do that. We might as well cut these few dead pine trees down. We've got 50, we've got half the number of planks we need to build that, although we're building a bunch of other stuff at the same time. Campfire is in, so that's good. Well-being should go up. I think next cycle could be the first one where we could get a bad tide, cycle 3. I think. So we will end up throwing in another forester down here once this guy is done. In fact, he's pretty much full anyway, so let's pause that one. And we'll have 2 working down here, getting that sorted. We've got half decent supply of logs, so not in the best place in the world, but you know, you do what you can do, don't you? Next inventor is nearly in, so that's good. We're starting to rebuild our population, which is cool. Guess you could be paused, and you could then be cutting down some of the trees that are alive up there, including some of these birches. But yeah, we might as well get some of these trees cut down for free. Free wood is good. I'm a poet and I wasn't aware of it. Yeah, get some of these carrots dug up again. We'll need to increase the numbers in the farm again at some point, but 250 water stored this time, so coming up on 15 beavers, so we'll be using 30, maybe 40 water a day now. So we've got enough water stored for 5 days again. So hopefully not looking at a much longer than 5-day drought. 8 days. Okay. Let's pause that. I mean, I think the beavers can do 3 days without water anyway, so, but we need to be significantly increasing our water storage now. So let's throw in a path back here. Let's duplicate the small water tanks. And we'll throw some in there. Let's not put it on the corner because that's kind of inconvenient. Yeah. And we've got one more spare beaver, so let's put them back in the farm now. Those are mostly cut, so the drought's going to hit. Well, this is going to blow before the drought ends. And we are going to need to pump some more water before the drought ends. So, showers are in. Still got 300 odd science, but we've still got a fair bit of stuff to build, so I think we should finish building before we worry about unlocking more. We need to get the geothermal power up and running, so we need more planks. Yeah, we've got plenty of stuff to keep us busy, well-being of 8 already. That relic's really given us a big boost on our tech, which is really cool. I'm worried about the 8-day drought. Yeah, if we're using 30 water a day, that's not so bad. But yeah, that is worrying. Oh well, we can't change it now, folks. So let's get some more trees planted. You can be an oak tree. You should probably be a birch tree. And get you replanting stuff as well. And we'll pull a builder out of there, I think, to keep that going. Because we've got a lot of the building done. Let's mark you to be cut. We've got 4 days on the unstable core. Let's get those picked up. They're starting to work on building this stuff, which probably means we want to be getting planks going. And honestly, it's probably the right thing because the next cycle could be a bad tide. So, yeah. Probably not a bad idea. I did deprioritize those ones, so we should probably normal prioritize those. And with a bit of work, we can turn this into a bridge, not that we can easily get to it. So, you know. There is that. There is that. Right, you're done. So, let's delete you. They'll get those picked up. That's fine because we're balanced on beavers for now. We've got 1 lumberjack cutting. Quite a lot of building to do. And we're coming up on about an hour. So this is probably not a bad point to actually end the video with a bit of a cliffhanger of what's going to happen when the unstable core blows. Feels like we've made some pretty solid progress, actually. I'm going to unpause one of the water pumps and just top our water supply up a little bit. I feel we could benefit from that at this point. I'm really hoping that this is enough to deal with the bad water flow. I don't remember from previous attempts at playing this map. Probably I'll change this to be floodgates as well, so that we can have them open and have it flow out lower. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about how I've tweaked the map. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. And I will see you guys next time for more Timberborn.